I did door-to-door promo.
in Lagos?
In Lagos and Port Harcourt. I have a small bag I go out with. If I'm hearing any music from anywhere, I'm knocking on your door. I'm a musician. Please play it. I just wanted to have that airplay. Because I believe so much in myself. There was no plan B. Odogu now carried me to decide I would say once in the market the next album. We argued until, do you know how much you paid? 24.
Whoa.
Abu Ventures wired 11 million to me. My governor that time dashed me one money. So I saw the both a lot together on my way. Drove straight to the studio. As they slot the beat. Bana, Timaya don't blow. Oh. What? From 500K to second album, 24 million. Who are you? It was only P Square and Two Face. And maybe the band at that time that they were paying that kind of money now. Hi, it's Timaya. I just spoke my truth on Afrobeats Intelligence.
Afrobeats Intelligence, presented by OkayAfrica.
Democratizing African music with Joey Akan.
It's good to see you. This interview's been forever in the making.
Too busy.
Yeah, you've been a very busy person.
You've been busy too.
Well, we thank God. We thank God. Well, earlier, it was nice earlier at the start of the year to follow you to Bayelsa.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, so every year, Timaya holds this annual concert. And this year was a beautiful one because it was the first time they were using the stadium.
Yeah.
And you got like full support of everybody. And tens of thousands of people showed up. Yeah.
It's an amazing feeling.
What was very particularly striking about what I experienced in Bayelsa was how the entire city shut down for you.
Those are my people. I'm Bayelsa. Like, they love me and I love them too.
How long have you been holding that concert?
This last one, the past one was like the third edition.
Oh, and why do you continue to do that?
I just feel there's a gap between me and my people. They don't really see me. And oftentimes, I think if the government is not trying to like do something for the people, then they won't be able to see me or see all the superstars too.
Yeah.
And there's nothing happening in the city, so I just try to make sure that I give back to these people. How can I bless every one of them and all that, how to give back to each person? It's going to take a long time, you feel me?
Yeah.
So I just want to put a smile on their face and make them feel like, okay, something is rocking for them in their place too.
True.
Yeah.
That was rocking.
We have the Calabar Carnival, River State, they have the Canary. There's nothing like that. And then they're not seeing nobody, except they go to Lagos to go out. So I just want to bring you back home. Make sure those people are happy, and I call it Timaya Day.
Yeah, I saw big posters there, Timaya Day.
It's so nice because I'm trying to do something that will outlive me,
Yeah.
It's still going to be there. Because we have like festivals when I was coming up. Odiogori Zoro Festival, They celebrate that all the time.
What's it called? Odiogoro?
Odiogori Zoro.
Odiogori Zoro.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's a buffalo that used to hunt the city, the village in OD. Yeah, so there's a guy that killed the buffalo. So they celebrate that shit every year.
The year someone saved us from this buffalo.
Yeah, so the day that they killed that buffalo, they celebrated. It was a big deal. It was really, really big. You understand? So I just like that.
And now Timaya Day gives them another opportunity to have that. But you've always represented Bayelsa.
Yeah.
Always. You're the one who, if I'll be correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're the first artist mainstream that began to actually celebrate Bayelsa.
Yes. You're correct. So correct.
Why was Bayelsa such an important part? Because you've moved around even before you became successful, even before you broke out. You've moved around different cities, haven't you? Or you've lived in other places?
The point is, I didn't even live in Bayelsa.
Not at all?
Nope. I was born in Port Harcourt, raised in Port Harcourt. but I'm from Bayelsa. I was born. I'm like my parents are Bayelsans. I brought like later on. I went to Lagos. Came to Lagos. Finished my secondary school.
Yeah.
Went back to Port Harcourt. So that's it.
Then why the affinity to Bayelsa? Why did you feel strongly enough in a place that you never really resided for so long?
My parents are Bayelsa. They speak Bayelsa to us. They raised us like that. You feel me? Like I feel like I'm in Bayelsa because my father and my mother. If my mother wants to pronounce Jesus, she'll say Jesus.
Yes,
So she's
the accent.
called Bayelsa. How do you think they would raise us up?
in Bayelsa, in
Exactly.
the Bayelsa way.
They used to speak the language to me. Go get this, do that. So wherever I go, I don't have to be in Bayelsa to be Bayelsa. You feel me?
Yeah. And then you started representing. You started telling Bayelsa stories.
Yeah, because it was part of me too. Because my mom had a bakery in this village, OD.
Yeah.
I was supplying the whole, the villages and all that.
Why was OD that? Why is OD that important? What happens in OD? Why was it that important?
Because it was the place that was attacked. It was a village that was attacked and all that. So it's very touching because we lost lives. We lost a lot of things,
A lot of history too.
Yeah, a lot of history. You know, when the government just say, go shoot these people down.
Yeah.
I don't talk about the government though.
Yeah, I know. But
I never talk about it.
But you can talk about your people's history.
Yeah, I sang about it.
Yeah.
That's the most I can do. I sang about it. I told about the story, how they sent the military to go burn down the village. I said, they don't come you. I narrated my story. And it helped me to get an impact. I became the voice, which they gave me Egberi Papa, one of Bayelsa State. That's the mouthpiece of the people.
True.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you work in a space like music where everyone right now, the way the industry is currently structured, everyone expects you to focus on the good times. But we've had a generation, or we've come from a huge generation of musicians that really just mirror society. Even now, we're still mirroring society.
Like, what do you mean?
Like take for example now, in the past when the spirit of the times was rebellion, resistance, a lot of the music then represented that.
Yeah.
Now the spirit of the times now is flex, get money.
Different era.
Yes.
Different era. Like I was talking to my chairman today. I said, yo, I miss the old music. Not even my era.
What era do you miss?
All them Alexito. Tickle me, tickle me, tickle me.
Yeah.
Oh, butterfly. Boom, boom, boom. Put your dancing shoes. Melodies like that. Oh, my commanding wife. She wants to destroy my life. You know that song?
Yes,
exactly. Like you pour out your heart. You can't tell me that what you're saying, you really mean it. Right now when they're singing.
Yeah.
Because I can't, it's not connecting to the person singing. There's a misinterpretation. And probably because these days, a lot of people they got a lot of songwriters. You feel me? And the songwriters don't even give you the song that matches you.
They give you what they believe would sell in the market.
Exactly. But you got to body the song. You got to carry it.
But before we started, now we're in an era where, because of the amount of money that has flown into the industry in the last, let's say, 8 years, since the foreign companies began to put boots on the ground, we're beginning to see a lot more decentralized creativity, where people can give creativity as a service now, where there are people who provide label services where you can go to them and say, hey, I want an album. And they will do an entire album and bring to you. Your job is just to sing it back.
Yeah.
But it's a far cry from how we used to make music. When you started, how was the recording process?
The recording process was, It was difficult because at that point, you have to pay for studio time. Not like now that we have this, mobile studio.
Yeah.
You have to go to a proper studio. And if you're given 8 hours, you have to rehearse before you get there.
Rehearse.
Like you have to be rehearsing before you get to the studio because you have a time. So you can pay for 4 hours. You won't go beyond your 4 hours. Studio times are very crazy. It's expensive at that time. Not like now that your dad can buy you a laptop, get the speakers together. You can just hold all your whole recording equipment in one. There you got to be in a booth.
Yeah. Yeah. The
everything.
classic booth.
You feel me? The padded booth. Feel me? Now you can record anywhere. Technology has made everything easy.
Yeah.
So when you know that you got a studio time, you got to start rehearsing, freestyling from your house, making sure that, oh man, when you get to that microphone, you got to
lay it all out.
You feel me? Then you still got time to organize it with the producer, tell the producer, okay, this is what you're going to do, you know? It was really hectic at that time. But now everything is just normal.
But what would drive a young person then without, and then the industry was a bit it was not as developed as it was. It was raw, it was emerging, still emerging on a global level, but back then it was emerging. What would drive a young person in Port Harcourt to say, hey, I want to pursue music?
Right now or then?
No, back then. What would drive a person? What drove you?
Like first of all, I've been singing from when I was in primary school. Like I loved to sing. But I didn't want to take it I didn't see myself doing it as like a career then because there's nobody to look up to and say, I want to be like this person. You know what I mean? The money wasn't coming like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
Then if you tell your parents you want to be a musician, they'll either label you as an Igbo smoker.
True.
Which I smoke anyways.
True. True.
You feel me? So, but now, if you tell your father you want to become a musician,
Yeah.
Father Boy is driving Lambo, Whiskey is. So there are templates for you to look up to and say, wow, this is doing good. But then, but because I love it, and that's the only way I can express myself really. So
You didn't try any other art form?
No, I never worked in my life before. I've never looked for a job. I've never been paid. Nobody has paid me no salary.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm just this person whereby everything I want to do, I feel I don't have to be stuck in one place. I just have to be free, first of all, before I can be able to achieve anything.
And music gave you that freedom?
Yeah. I don't have to write no exams. I don't have any to need anybody's validation.
But the game tests you all the time.
The game?
Yeah, making music. You don't think that it comes in like stages? You don't see those things as tests?
Even if I wasn't doing music, I was doing something else, I'll still be tested. So it's normal. It's a hurdle. You understand?
Yeah,
Even if I'm doing any other thing, I'll still be tested because I need to grow.
And there was no template. But there was no template in terms of success. Mm-hmm. But were there templates for you in terms of creativity?
To be honest, I never saw any template. I just knew that. I never saw the money. I didn't even, but I just wanted to sing. I like the lifestyle. I have this guy called MJ.
Yeah.
He does leather jackets, leather caps, and all that.
In Port Harcourt?
Yes, those days. He's been a Rasta man from that time. He's Bayelsa. So my older brother's friend.
Yeah.
So my older brother told him one day, I went to see him. He said, that's our last born. He said, he likes music. Can you put him through? I was like, come on. Of course, that's my Likuyu too. So from there, he wrote one song for me to sing. Me take it bus, me take it car, me take it van, take a train, me take it easy. Young girl, I try my best just to find. So he wrote it. I went home. I was rehearsing, sang it to my sisters. They were laughing. They get that from here. Say, what did they do? So the next thing, later on, I went back to sing everything to him after rehearsing. He said, "Listen, now you have to be taking." He now told me, like in music, in Jamaican music, Kia is because. Kia me no look your face, cause me no look your face.
Oh.
You feel me? So there are some terms. Because he's a Rasta guy. I started as a reggae artist. And you know the reggae artists can even rap.
True.
Can sing on their versatile.
True.
They can sing on any beat. They can rap on anything. In their own reggaeton.
True. And so he told you that now you have to incorporate the lyrics
From there
and use the terms, and then you
started
began.
doing, And because I freestyle too, I can just start freestyling with whatever I see. So he taught me how to like put it together, you know.
Yeah.
But in terms of the money, he didn't have no money. You feel me? Who's staying with the one? So, but I just love the fact that he has a tradition that he believes in. Even it's not like about Rastafarians don't like money.
Yeah.
He like that. He moved to the village, built a house. The roof of the building is Rasta color. He doesn't eat meat
At all.
I'm serious. He reads Rastafarian Bible. I'm telling you.
Do you think he ever went to Jamaica?
I don't think he did. If he did, he wouldn't have come back. He wouldn't have been back because he's living the Jamaican lifestyle here now. You feel me? But me, I later realized that, okay, now, I like to be a raga. Reggae is different from raga. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Reggae is the roots, reggae and Bob Marley and kind of thing.
Yeah.
Sizzla, Kolonji. See those people, like, if you ask them, they don't like money. But raga, we like money. You understand? I like good life. So if you see Sizzla, Kolonji, he has judgment yard. Before you get there, he don't care about nothing. Nothing excites them. Their belief is their belief. So me, I don't believe like that. I believe different. So I have to chase my.
But then you were chasing it in a place that that wasn't really connected to the center, Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
And you dropped the first project, and that project did what projects before then never did, which is crossover.
I think it's grace. It's God.
It wasn't intentional. Did you put your foot down to make that happen?
I worked. I did door-to-door promo.
In Lagos?
In Lagos and Port Harcourt.
What did that look like, door-to-door promo? You print your CDs?
Yes. Any money I get, sometimes I can go and do live band, work for live band people, that kind of thing, backup singer. They'll pay me money out. There's one guy called Shola at Maryland. This Maryland mall. That's where a lot of people go to print CDs. So once I just send the money to him, he'll print the CDs, maybe 1,000 copies, send it through Agofri. I'll go and pick it up from the pack.
Agofri, the motor transport company?
Of course. I'll go pick it up, or ABC sometimes. I'll go pick it up, I have a small bag I go out with. If I'm hearing you any music from anywhere, I'm knocking on your door. I swear.
Whether private or commercial
Of course, I'm knocking. I'm a musician. Please play it. I just wanted to have that airplay. Because I believe so much in myself. There was no plan B. I never thought, there's nothing I would have done without music. Because I just feel satisfied. Even till now, if you give me 10 billion naira now, I will feel excited. But if I make that money through music, I feel blessed.
It holds a deeper value.
Yes, it's beyond. no matter what I'm going through, every time, if I show you the recordings on my phone, I don't throw my phones away. I record memories because I believe the memories are bigger than me.
And how long did you have to do that before you found any headway at all? Before it became commercially viable, not even successful?
By dropping those 2 singles, right?
Yeah.
So I was getting the airplay. But I had to go back to Port Harcourt. I needed a base. So now Lagos was too saturated and the market was too competitive at that time. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I had to go back to Port Harcourt because I was a backup singer for Idris Abdul Karim first. When I left Idris, I had to go back to Port Harcourt because it's smaller and the things I learned from Lagos, obviously, I was way, way ahead of those artists over there at that time.
So you traveled all around with Idris?
Not all around, locally.
Okay.
You feel me? Because I was already in Lagos. I schooled in Lagos. And I went back to Port Harcourt. Obviously, entertainment-wise, Lagos is ahead of Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
So what I know, the people over there don't know it. So I just try to implement it.
So you brought all that Lagos skill, you
Yeah.
entered Port Harcourt, and instantly you were different.
Of course. Like I stopped hanging out with the people I used to hang out with because those days, if you're popping in Port Harcourt, you just want everybody to they want to go to Chelsea Bar,
Yeah.
Charlie's, you know?
Jealous, yes.
Yeah. So you see all the artists performing on. So me, I told myself, I said, I don't want to be an entertainer. I want to be a superstar. Entertainers, those guys you see entertain people. You feel me? I don't want to be that. I am a superstar. You pay to see me. You feel me? So I stopped going out with everybody. They call it pride. But I know what I wanted, or I knew what I wanted for myself. So I stopped going out indoors, promoting my music from inside. But they don't see me. Most of the time I have my spare time, I go to Lagos, scarce. You know? Before you know it, there's some guy in Port Harcourt. He sells CD by the roadside. So he was the first person I gave those promo CDs to. So I'll just sit down, he'll be playing it. And I see people come to ask, please, I want this CD. You tell them it's not out. Just that, seeing that people are demanding for my music, that gives me life. That gives me hope, joy. When I go back home and I'll be like, yeah. You know, so at some point I went to Lagos to look for a marketer. I didn't get none. The day I came back from Lagos, and the guy at the roadside, so Timaya and Dem Mama has blown up, but the album is not out. I didn't have a marketer. The guy was telling me, yo, go to my brother for him to market to. I said, I beg you. This Port Harcourt. So in my mind, I was thinking that, okay, it's one Port Harcourt market at that time.
Yeah.
So my music, if you don't pass Port Harcourt, I didn't want that. And I told him that I'm in Lagos now, I'm looking for a marketer. He said, I go and look for my brother now, he's in Alaba. I said, your brother there, Alaba? He said, yes. I said, okay. I called the guy said, who is this? I said, Timaya. Your brother said I should call you. He said, okay, carry your demo to come to my shop tomorrow morning. Let's see. I said, okay. So I went there with all the songs I've been doing in the studio. Ogologoma, all those things. As he slots the CD, I gave it to him the next day. We sat down. He was cleaning his shop. He's not like a big marketer at that time, though.
Yeah.
He was the one that marketed them, Sky B and some other guys. You know? So he was concentrating on the East.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So when I gave him the demo, put all the songs from one CD, gave it to him. He was cleaning the store that morning. People were coming to ask him when he played Ogologoma. People were asking him, please, we want this song. He said it's not out. Different people. So he now told me, let's go eat. We went to eat. He told me, how much are you going to sell the album?
He wanted a direct deal.
Yes. I said, how much are you going to sell the album? I said, 3.5 million. He looked at me and smiled. He said, nobody will give you 3.5 million. I said, why? He said, let me tell you. The last money I'm going to give to you is 500,000. And if you do not come back, if If you do not come back before Monday, don't call my phone again. And this was Friday.
That was such a hardball deal.
No, mind you, the day I went to look for a marketer, you know when you're going to Alaba market, you see different kind of people going to look for marketers, like musicians, like upcoming musicians. They go lap for boss. So the first day I went to look for a marketer, they priced me 45K. Outright sale. 45,000 naira.
45K.
Yeah, of course. Not be careful.
Okay.
45,000 naira. What you say, K? It's not dollar.
Okay, 45,000 naira.
When they did that, I was so pissed that day I went when I was going back. So you know when you're going back, you still enter the same bus, a bus where the other artists are talking. This one will be talking. So the other time when he told me 500K, I was now going back home again. So the same upcoming guys, different people though. This set was the different set. Yeah. We're like, this one said the price in 25K, this one said 40K, this one said 50K. And I was looking at everybody, and now just from nowhere, someone priced me 500K. Everybody called me. Say, come on, get out. Why you're lying?
Nobody believed it.
I'm serious. I didn't even know that was a blessing. So who be you where you did the price for 500K?
No way.
As I got down from the bus, I called the guy.
Immediately.
I'm ready. I told him, I said, I'm ready. He said, I come to the market on Monday, let's find out. You take your money. That's it. So now, because when I signed the deal with him, I took the money. Because I realized that, okay, this line is for the big boys in the market. His line is hidden. So what I did, I took that money. I went to the lead line. I gave them 11,000 naira. And put Timaya and Dem Mama Itogologuma again. On Paris, on a mixtape.
So you got your deal?
Yes.
Took money from that deal.
Yeah.
Then just for two-factor authentication,
yeah,
you went to pay another marketer
of course
to pirate it.
Yes.
Why?
Because this guy doesn't have the strength to push on this side. But this other guy on this line, these other guys on this line, they have the strength to push. So you now you're concentrating on Onitsha, Asaba, all those Port Harcourt. You understand? But these guys now Lagos people. All them Ubino, Tijo, you understand? Abu Ventures.
Uber Pacific.
Uber, Self, Abu Ventures.
Abu Ventures, yeah.
You know those kind of people.
Yeah.
Tijo.
Yeah, Tijo and Abu Ventures, they held it.
You understand? So, me now, I had to go and do that stuff. Before you know it, he called me. He said, he's hearing this Timaya at the moment. It's blown everywhere in Port Harcourt now. You think Sina he now hurriedly dropped the album.
So you didn't have any input in the release date, nothing.
No, I didn't have no
just
input.
To protect his business. Yes. He dropped the album.
Dropped the album. He even took so much time. Like after 4 months. Yeah, thereabout. I'll be calling him out and when is it dropping? When is it? I said, calm down. So me, the 500,000 don't finish. I rented one room. I bought a power bike. I buy one Sony Ericsson phone one time. That one with the Opal lights.
Yeah.
I bought that one. Went to Yaba, buy OkayAfrica clothes. Come begin package my life. So now I was waiting on this album to be out. When this album now came out, I haven't been outside. I just see my friend off. When I got to the bus stop, bro, because I was still like a faceless guy, I don't know, see my face, album don't come out. Like I haven't been out for a while. This bus is passing. I'll be hearing, I said, they don't come, you. This one is passing. Timaya. This one is passing. I'm hearing true story. This one is passing. I'm hearing Ogolo. I say, wow. I started crying. He's out. I called my guy, TJ. I went to him. He says, is he out? The guy from the roadside called me. He said, I told you now. That was how me selling my album 500K. I now blew up from that album. I started doing so many collaborations. Now, the video, he wanted to shoot the video of the album. Guess how much he bought it for?
How much is it?
7 million.
Whoa. And over a span of how many months?
Like
between the first deal and this one?
I think maybe like a year. No, not up to a year. No, like maybe like a year, and because he came out like 4 months
After you gave it to him.
Yeah, maybe like a year. So but he paid for the videos and still gave me the 7 million and bought me a car.
Was that how much money you made him?
He calls me Okori, good market. That's what he calls me. So after,
well, he was also fortunate to recognize what he had. So he made you to make you that offer, the initial offer.
But if I wasn't smart to do those things, come on, old ways can open new doors now.
Sure.
And I don't really like to take praises in anything. I just think everything is just God, because if I don't think like that, how I go do?
Sure.
You understand? There are too many things. There are too many opportunities that can come to you if you're really at the right space.
Your job is just to show intuition and to move.
Yeah. Because I never wanted anybody to buy me anything. I wanted my music to buy the pants, the pot, the spoon. No plan B. After the first album, I wanted to do the second album. Human beings, I'm one of them. He now called me. He was pricing me 10 million. I said, no, I'm above this now. So I went to see Two-Face Odogu at Comfort Suite that day, one night. I was done with the album. I'm still bidding. I was still going to give it to him anyways, but I wanted him to come up with the money a bit. Then I just saw Abu Ventures. Abu now told Odogu, no be Timaya with that. Let's make me walk now. These are those same guys saying to me. And I said, how far? Odogu now carried me to the side. Abu said he wants to market your next album. I said, yeah, how far? How much? He said, tell me. I said, give me 25. He said, no, now. I give you 18. I said, yeah? 18? No, for it. In my mind, I said, 18. You do why? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, the next thing, I said, no. We argued until, do you know how much you paid? 24.
Whoa.
He said, the next morning, I'll give you 11 million first.
And this was over what the other guy was.
Of course, that good guy could not. I didn't speak to him again. The next morning, Abu Ventures wired 11 million to me. Then, I'd already finished doing the album. So that night, Spanky, the producer, gave me one beat. So when I got that alert, that morning I woke up. Being that my governor that time dashed me one money, so I saw the both alert together on my way. Drove straight to the studio. As they slot the beat. Timaya, I don't blow. I don't blow. I say, that's how that song came out. I don't show. I procure people I want make on I know. All the way from Port Harcourt. I break into their Lagos. I don't say the Lagos, their Lagos.
So that was the most money you've ever had.
Yes.
In your life at that point.
What? From 500K to second album, 24 million. Who are you? It was only P Square and Two-Face. And maybe the band at that time that they were paying that kind of money now. Me, I was a very, very, very commercial guy. I've never been signed. I own my own label, Dem Mama Records, which is DM Records. So nobody has signed me. Nobody. I didn't need, I didn't need anybody to blow.
It's just making a lot of sense now. Seeing that's such a big boy song.
Yes, not.
But you would never think of it like that.
How? It's creativity.
You make the most money ever. You run to the studio to scream, I have made it.
Of course. That's how I feel. My down times, I sing about it. My good times, I sing about it. Right now, the things I say is, anybody distress me, I want to just fly. I just want to fly. I don't want to be in a situation whereby I'll be coming to judge anybody. I'm not a judge. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a counselor. I'm not a preacher. I'm not even a motivational speaker. The way you want to live your life, live your life. Nobody's going to suffer your life with you when you're enjoying or when you're suffering. So live your life.
So integrating into Lagos.
Yep.
Now that you've made the first project, because in Port Harcourt we were thinking after the first project that you had made it all. Of course, when you're on the outside, that's what you think. But you really made your money with the second album.
Yeah.
Shows too. Did the level of the shows change too after the project?
Of course. At some point, if you don't feature Timaya, you can't even, the marketers won't look at you. It was crazy. Like, you see my fan base? My fan base is it's crazy to me because it's original. Like, they know me, love me. They know that the people that know, I'm not talking about the people that hear about Timaya. I'm talking about the people that know Timaya. Like, they know I don't, when I say I don't care, I don't really care. You feel me? Like, I just want to be a happy person, live my life. I've been original from the dribble. It's not easy to just, I don't even think it's not easy. It's not normal for people to just be that way like that. I've never switched. I've been the same way. It's the only thing that's always keeps switching is the money and the level.
Yeah. Then what switch up happened when you created Dem Mama Soldiers?
What I created that?
Yeah.
It's a movement. It's a team. I had my boys, Rekuba,
Yeah.
TJ2 Solo, Alenian, you know? So from after that time, I left because, of course, you don't want to be with people for too long. They got to have their own lives too.
What was Dem Mama Soldiers about? When you created it, what was it for? And do you think it achieved all you wanted it to?
Yeah, at that time it was a movement. The people from the Niger Delta, there was nobody like me. When we're coming out, we're not smiling. And we must fight. There was nobody like me. You feel me? It was just a movement at that time. It was a movement at that time. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
While you were integrating into Lagos, I'm trying to understand why I'm asking about like your integration. Is that now, with the way the industry works now, everybody, that journey you made, Port Harcourt to Lagos, it's a cross-generational journey.
Yeah.
We still have people running in from like different parts of the country into Lagos. How are you able to integrate, knowing that I know you schooled here, but musically, it was a new city for you musically when you were your own, and you did work here as a backup singer, but when you became your own person, it was a new city. How were you able to integrate into the industry?
Probably because I've been in the industry a bit, so I can be able to understand. But at that point, my own understanding of the industry is, you see, when every time I tell people this, the money people spend now for production and all these things, it's the same thing we're spending, because even that time it was even more, it was too much. To go to promote your stuff on Encomium at that time.
Encomium magazine.
Of course, 2 pages. It's about 750K. At that time,
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
at that time, who will give you that kind of money? But if I cause a chaos and I'm dropping a song, I'll get 2-3 pages for free. Timaya has done this again. Timaya has done that. Before you know, plantain seller. Hey, everybody gonna know me well. Arrogant. So I just think that the more they talk about me, it was all a strategy though. And my foundation is Port Harcourt, you know. So the Port Harcourt people, you know that lifestyle, we know the old.
Yeah, because for a long time you were married in a ton of controversies.
It was a different upbringing from the people out here, you know. You know, when you go out, those days when I go out, when people call me, Timaya, there's a way you shout my name. Timaya, I'll look at you and shout. Why did they call my name like that? But they greet you now. You feel me? So it took me a long time for me to try to get myself right, knowing that not like this, not like that.
But that was the energy that was powering it then. Because back then, I remember, if we mention the most, and that is one of the most, and understanding this is why your presence in this industry fascinates me so much. At some point, you were the most controversial artist ever. You were always in some drama. You were always spinning.
Me and Two-Face.
Yes,
Me and
both of you. You guys were always spinning a lot of trouble. And we just could not understand it. And everyone used to say the word Timaya and a madman. No? Yeah, that was the word.
Come on, man. I was in my 20s. You know what it means?
To be rich in your 20s.
What? It's just like what Burna Boy is doing now. Yo, he's a young boy with lots of money. How do you expect him to behave? Come on, man. At that time, I didn't have kids, no responsibility. No. It was just a movement, and it was just me. But still, I'm still that guy. Like, I'm crazy though.
Yeah, but it's more refined now.
Well, when you say crazy, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, back then it was volatile back then.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was back then. There was always there was the car issue. Then there was Empress Njamah at some point, and then you said Timaya in the church.
Yeah,
Timaya in the church, and it was too much.
It's the same car issue that Burna Boy is having now. Isn't it Port Harcourt boy?
Yes.
It's the same car. Okay, my own time with Empress, I gave you money to buy car. You know, buy the car.
Yeah.
You carry the car. Then you drive my own car. You know, can't buy can't give me my money for the car. You can't collect my car. Can't take the money go. Can't carry my own car self. Port Harcourt boy. No, now.
Yes, true. Burna Boy is in the news for Lambo.
It's not. See, bro, this is a normal things. Did you say he won't buy the car for?
No, he didn't.
God, we ask God for something. God does not give us immediately. Abi?
True.
Not to talk of a human being. He never said he wasn't going to buy it.
True.
You understand? If he might still buy it. He might still buy it. So I don't know why these people are just stressed. And not like, the girl is a big girl on her own now, right? Yeah. Everybody's big. It's just, I like what is going on. I don't like it in the world.
When did you begin to make your headway into the Caribbean? It was before Afrobeats to the world. So when we talk about Afrobeats to the world, we talk about it. We tend to speak about it in what happened in the last 5 years, 8 years, from 2019. But we've had a cross-cultural movement forever. You found love in the Caribbean.
Yeah, I love Caribbean.
Yeah, and they love you too.
Yeah.
What happened? When was the first time you began to get calls from the Caribbean?
What was the first? I think 2012, 2011. 2011, 2013. They're about 2012, yeah, from 2012. What were the things they connected with in your music?
The
sound. You feel me? We're just like them, but they're party people. We love to party, but oh my God. The difference with them is they originally party. We fake our party. We think the real no. These people get on the truck, dance from night till morning, dress up again. They are going for. I've never seen that kind of energy. I've never ever seen. So at that point I was dating some Caribbean girl. I didn't even know anywhere like Caribbean existed. She was an expatriate in Nigeria. So whenever she comes to my house to pick me, she doesn't like me driving her because she said I drive crazily at that time. So she'll come pick me up. Let's go to this place. She takes me to quiet places. I don't like all those kind of vibes. So whenever she's driving in a car, she plays soca music. She'll be dancing. So when I go back to the studio, when she drops me off, I'm back in the studio. Bam, 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 dum, dum, bam, dum, bam, bam, dum, dum, bam. That's how I be going. But already, the Shake Up Your Bum Bum song is already out at that point.
Yeah,
So,
you dropped it before you met her?
yeah, I dropped it before I met her. You feel me? So from there, I started being intentional on making those kind of music. Sanku.
Yeah.
I like the way you look, you understand? Because that's where I hear often.
So a lady comes into your life,
Of course.
and then she begins to share her culture with you, and that's
how you date a woman. You must have something that you bring in. She must inspire you. You understand me?
yeah.
I don't just want to be. I don't just want to be in a relationship whereby I'm not moved. You're not giving me the drive.
So that Sanko era, all those records that were very Caribbean, heavy Caribbean influenced.
Yeah.
It was because of a woman.
Of course.
That's beautiful. It's the highest expression of love.
And whenever I go to the Caribbean, she always comes there until we broke up. The last time I was there, she came there. And when we broke up, she never came back to Nigeria.
Oh,
It was a hard one for her. She resigned from her job. She was gonna have my first male child. At 7 months, she lost the pregnancy.
oh no.
It was a lot for her.
Yeah, that's tough.
She never came back to Nigeria again. How's it tough?
It's tough.
How? In what way?
It's for her, that is.
Yeah, very tough. I felt bad for her though. Very bad.
But when you play these records now, when you hear these records, do you go back in time? Just like music always tries to force us to do.
Nah. After that phase, I've seen lots of faces, man. That's just a phase. This is a phase I'm living. That's why I don't like movies. I like series. When the longer the series, if I have like just even if it's season 10, I'll be so glad. I'll be watching. Because that's how life is.
Yeah. And true. And same as music.
Yeah.
For you, how do you know when to switch between phases when you're creating? How do you know what's the next phase?
When you're in a place, if you don't feel it anymore, how do you leave? How do you know when to leave?
So switching phases, the trigger is that you don't feel the current phase anymore.
Yes, I must feel it.
How do you know when you stop feeling a phase?
Because I'm original. Even if I take something, alcohol, if it's not good for my system, I will know immediately. Like I'm too aware of myself.
And with each new phase, what do you put into each new phase? With each new phase, how do you determine what goes into the new phase?
Work and direction. Because I like every time in my life, if I know that, first of all, I get tired easily of a lot of things. So I can only be able to get used to what I like. As long as that thing is functioning. Okay. I'm functioning right. I'm this kind of person whereby I can hail this thing now and the next minute that it calls it. See this nonsense thing. You see, it's just like my friend. I was telling my friend about my girlfriend. I said, I love this guy. He looked at me. He busted into laughter. He said, "Is it not you that I know? You might come and just yap this girl. Say this girl no fine. I beg." I told them. I said, "You people should leave me the way I am. I don't really take myself serious." So when you love somebody today and you don't love the person that way tomorrow.
True.
Exactly. I feel that's how life, there's no do or die in anything. Life is very, 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 very easy. So that's how I know when to switch. If I'm tired of this place, I want to get out there. I'm tired of this phase, I want to get to the next phase. And that next phase now, it's like you wanting to move from here to another office, another place.
Yeah.
You will know that, okay, you have XYZ to pay for this place to get this thing, and you work towards it. So it still work. Every new level demands a new devil.
True. And the devil is in the details.
Exactly.
And now, at this phase, I know you've mentioned a bit of it earlier. At this phase, you say you don't want stress.
I don't want no stress. Stress is not part of the plan. I've never liked stress, not now, but now it's worse.
Over time, in terms of the way we have made music and the way we have approached music, what do you think when this entire Afrobeats to the world started happening? What was your initial thought when they began to put all those officers and the boots on the ground here? Because you've seen this industry come from nothing.
I never thought anything. I'm just following the music. It's not that music is being monetized, eh?
Yeah.
Like I told you before, I've never been signed. I have 100% of my shit. All my songs are mine. You understand me? It's not like, say, one label from the dribble. No.
Do you think that's a more, okay, yeah, you've been successful with it.
Yes.
But if you're going to talk to your industry colleagues or the younger ones, would you tell them to stick it out independently for as much as they can?
The way it's going, you build catalog though, right?
Yeah.
If right now I'm doing good because of my catalog.
Yeah. You have 8 albums.
8 or 9, yeah.
Okay, the ninth one.
I mean, I know they count this.
It's 9 now, so it's the 10th one.
I know they count the Gladiator. The Gladiator don't do it. The Gladiator don't do it. So we like say we need to count out.
So nine albums.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's catalog that would.
I've done collaborations too.
Yeah.
I've done singles too. That you don't count as albums.
True.
Yeah. You know. So my colleagues, those days we didn't sign to Kenny's music. Kenny's music hold their catalog now.
Sure.
But right now I can do business with it. If anybody's coming for me, Sonny and all those kind of people, right? Or for my stuff, I already have a catalog.
True.
So that keeps me in a bit.
In a more secure position to negotiate anything.
You understand? It's not like I'm just one guy that's just coming from nowhere. You understand? Because the industry, how they gonna make their money back, first of all?
Yeah.
It's not you just, you know.
Yeah, the same systems. So the more we grow, the more we still experience the same systems. So you just told me, we just spoke about Alaba giving you advances.
Yeah.
And now it's the record labels still giving you advances.
Exactly.
The nature of the advances might have changed because of a few things, but it's still the same.
Exactly.
The same business structure and mechanism that controls everything. But it's
right
hard.
now it's just bigger.
It's just bigger, but it's harder now to even be independent. Do you think you guys started at a time when it was easier?
It's not hard. You guys, these guys, I said sorry. These guys now is easier here. Before, how do you want to blow? It's only one person that has all the control. This audacious song I just did the flavor now.
Yeah,
we got to realize that was premium music, right?
Yeah,
that has the catalog.
True.
The rights.
Yeah, that's Michael or something.
You understand? We wanted to do Can I Ever Dance? Blackie. Who did you contact? Premier. We paid again. You understand? But right now, your father and your mother can just buy you studio equipment. You do one bass song. You can even just register yourself. One TikTok song like this, Piam, you need is data. Yeah, when one get before they go play your songs there for radio station, You understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
It was difficult. It was difficult. Now you're uploading a song. Even do you know, bro? It's very, 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 very fast to blow now. You can just do for your house the shout, just the crazy. Me self, I didn't like the thing. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But because I didn't start like that, so it's difficult for me to be stressful posting. Sometimes I just think I don't have to. But it's the business, I got to.
True. And yeah, I know you're traveling tomorrow. I don't want to just before we go. You started this, your entire journey, because of your inexplicable love for music. You were extremely attracted to it, and you've built an extremely successful life from it. Now you've had the success, all the numbers on the scoreboard, the legacy is intact, and you're still building, because we still have more projects coming.
I've not even started.
Exactly. But what's driving you now, and how is it different from what drove you at the start?
Still the same passion, but now the money. The money now. The money.
The money?
Yes. The money. Still the passion, but now the money more.
Why? When did that change?
What are you talking about?
I want to know now.
Bro, to promote one song, do you know how much to shoot a video now?
What's the going rate now?
Bro, to promote a song, just one song, you need nothing less than 100K.
$100,000.
Of course.
And you're not certain that would blow?
Yes. You understand? It's crazy.
Okay, I understand it.
Exactly.
I understand it. Okay. Thank you so much. Let's end on that. Thank you for doing this. Thank you for sharing your time.